Hey, this is going to be a tutorial on how to use pastels and stuff about pastels that I know. So yeah, here it is. First things first, just get rid of that. I use chalk pastels. They're kind of, you can see, they're really soft, so it doesn't take very much to get them on your hands and rub it in or whatever. This is a set called Inscribable, I think. No, Inscribed Pastels. You can get them from Amazon for not too expensive. Yeah, and I think they're really good. You get huge sets. I don't know whether you can get them in America, but I know you can get them here very cheap. So yeah, that's about it. You get a big range of colours, or you can buy smaller sets because you can blend them, as I'll show you now. So I'll show you the basics. You can either get thick lines using like the side corner of the pastel. You kind of get like little thin but very strong lines, so these you can smudge them but you kind of still get the line effect, like that. Or use the flat side of the pastel and you kind of colour it in like that, and then you can smudge in like that, and you cover a big area. That's how I colour most of mine. Then if you want in shading, so I'll show you with the different colours. So using a light green here, smudging it in, you've got kind of quite a faint light green, and you want shading on the side of it. Just put a line in with a darker green, or if you're using, I don't know, you can kind of blend two different colours together and get quite nice effects. But yeah, you kind of just keep like circle like that. You kind of just keep circling until there's a nice even blend. Say you wanted, I don't know, wanted a highlight on the other side, just a quick dash like that with the chalk pastel, and then you can kind of smudge it in a bit. I don't know whether the camera picks that up or not, but yeah, that's kind of the very basics of it. One thing you'll notice is when I do this, you can see that's quite textured, it's not very smooth. That's because of all the texture on my desk, and I kind of like that effect, so I leave it at that. You can see when you smudge it in, you still get that effect. But if you don't want that, one sec, I'm going to have to move my camera. But you can grab hold of one of these, well, anything really. This is just a block of wood that I have, and then if I now put this paper on the wood, there we go. If I now put this paper on the wood and I smudge down like that, you'll see a lot less texture, and when you smudge it in, it's pretty much one smooth colour. So yeah, that's kind of the basics of pastels. Hope you enjoy. One thing I would say about drawing with pastels is if you draw a pen mark, this is something that Script said when he received my pack. You kind of see there's quite defined, that black, like the it is very black, but then if you kind of drawing over the top of it and putting pastel over the top, you lose that blackness. And draw another line next to that now. I hope that's explained kind of well. But yeah, you can see the difference in colour. This one turns more to a grey than a black, which can be a problem. I don't see it as that much of a problem, so I don't really bother too much. But I'd say one of the best things you can buy if you're planning on using pastels is an electric rubber. I got mine from Derwent. That's a British company, so I don't know whether they have them in America, but pretty much it's just a little rubber on the end, and when you press a button it spins. Yeah, so say you're trying to, that's like the mouth of a character and you don't want it to be like that, you can actually just rub out all the pastel from out of it. So now it's kind of more back to what it looked like at the beginning. Or say you have, I'll draw a line here, and you want everything below that line to be blue. If you use the regular rubber, quite a thick rubber, let me find one. I should really have had this prepared. By now you should realise I'm not a very organised person. Here we go. So yeah, rubber. If you start rubbing out with one of these, you're going to go over your line and start smudging in over there, over this line here into your green, which doesn't look too great, but if you use one of these and just kind of rub close to the line so that you're at kind of, I don't know, a safe distance away from the line, and you can kind of just rub the rest away, smudge any bits that have been smudged out, and then add your blue in. One thing I would say, every single time you rub something out, it doesn't completely rub out. Doesn't really show up on the camera, but that blue has now got quite a greeny tinge to it, because there's still a little bit of green underneath. But yeah, that's kind of worked quite well. It can also work well for highlights if you're going for kind of more of a cartoony looking highlight than a, I don't know, a realistic looking highlight. But yeah, you've kind of seen the effects I get with it. Don't know, effects other people get. Just get a new piece of paper. I know Ita kind of uses a lot harder pastels than what I use, so that means that they don't smudge as far. So if I draw a line down like that with one of my pastels, then you can smudge it quite far, but with a harder pastel you'd only be able to, sorry, I'm really not good with the camera angles today, you'd only be able to smudge it to say here. So that's something to keep in mind. Another thing is you can buy oil pastels. I don't actually have any, but what I know what you can do with them is, I'll pretend this is an oil pastel, draw oil pastel there, another oil pastel there, and then you get a cloth with some essential oil on, and you can smudge the two of them together, the two colours together. These will last a lot longer on the street, oil pastels, compared to chalk pastels, because they're not because they're resistant to water. But yeah, that's yeah, I think that's about it. As you can see, you do get quite grubby fingertips, and if you're touching around on a piece of paper you will make it quite a mess, so just keep that in mind. If you've got a sticker that you've finished and you've got grubby pastel marks all over your hands, don't go rubbing everywhere. So yeah, last thing before I finish, got two more things. Shout out to Oreo on deck. He's the guy who introduced me to using pastels, so props to him. Yeah, he's a really sick artist. I've traded with him before. His piecing's amazing. I love his character. Really nice guy. So yeah, go check him out. Other thing is, this is a 32 pack, and for my competition, I think what I'm going to do is a pack of stickers with 24 pastels, brand new, unopened, and that'll be the winner. I think I'm only going to have one winner in this competition, and yeah, this competition will be because I've reached 300 subscribers, which is amazing. Didn't think I'd ever be able to do that, but yeah, Thanks for all the support. Hope the pastel tutorials helped. If you want any other tutorials from me, comment below, and yeah, I'll be happy to help if I know what to do. Stenciling I'm alright at. What else? Putting stuff on the computer. If I can find something, a way of filming my computer, I can do how to use Illustrator, basics on that, basics on vectorizing. Yeah, because I don't like to kind of keep any secrets. I like to show you how I do stuff that I do. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed it, and peace.